Few footballers ever burned as brightly or as quickly as Dele Alli. By 19, he was scoring in the Premier League and shining as England's newest hope. But behind the lightning rise and fearless creativity was a reality no one saw. Childhood chaos, loneliness, and pain he tried to outrun with every match. In this episode, what does it really mean when visible talent hides invisible wounds? Dele Alli was born in Milton Keynes in April 1996. The youngest in a family already marked by separation and uncertainty. His father, Kehinde, left for Nigeria when Dele was just 3, leaving him with his mother, Denise, and 2 older sisters. The house was crowded, but it never felt safe. At age 6, Dele suffered abuse at the hands of someone meant to be trusted. The pain and confusion from that moment never truly left him. By age 7, he was put on a plane to Lagos, Nigeria, to live with his father. The move was explained as a chance for better discipline, but for Dele, it was another uprooting, a new country, a new school, a new stepmother. Avicenna International School became his world, yet the sense of belonging did not follow. Family in Nigeria described a routine of drivers and classrooms, but Dele later remembered those years as lonely, marked by a feeling of being sent away rather than cared for. When his father moved to the United States, Dele was sent back to England. He returned to his mother's home, but it was no longer a place of comfort. He drifted, sometimes staying out, sometimes getting into trouble, always searching for something steady. The chaos of these early years left him craving structure. Football, with its boundaries and rules, began to look like the only escape. At age 11, a chance connection with the Hickford family offered a glimpse of stability. For the first time, there was a sense of safety, a place where his only job was to play. At 16, Dele Alli stepped onto the pitch for MK Dons in the FA Cup. The moment was more than just a debut. It was a first glimpse of what football could become for him. A world with rules, rewards, and recognition. He didn't waste time making an impact. Over the next 3 seasons, Alli played 88 games and scored 24 goals, a remarkable tally for a teenager operating from midfield. His style was fearless, with surging runs, quick feet, and the kind of creativity that made defenders hesitate. Each match built his reputation, turning whispers among scouts into open admiration from top clubs. Tottenham Hotspur made their move in February 2015. The transfer fee of £5 million signaled belief in more than just raw talent. Alli finished the season with MK Dons before heading to North London, carrying both expectation and the sense of structure football had given him. The leap from League One to the Premier League was supposed to be daunting, but Alli made it look effortless. On August 22, 2015, he scored his first Premier League goal against Leicester City, announcing himself in England's top flight. With each step up, the spotlight grew brighter. Pundits and fans began to speak of Alli as the next great hope for English football, a player who could change games and carry teams. The rapid rise brought new pressures, but for a while, the pitch remained his sanctuary, a place where the past could be outrun and the future seemed limitless. Recognition arrived swiftly, and with it, a new kind of pressure. Dele Alli collected the Professional Footballers Association Young Player of the Year award in back-to-back seasons, 2016 and 2017, standing alongside names who had shaped English football for decades. Each time his name was called, the sense grew that he belonged on the biggest stage. For Tottenham, he became the heartbeat of a team that played without fear, linking with Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen to create moments that lifted crowds and unsettled even the strongest opponents. The World Cup in Russia in 2018 brought his promise to a global audience. Alli scored a crucial header in the quarter-final against Sweden, helping England reach their first semi-final in nearly 30 years. Millions watched as he celebrated, arms wide, face alight with hope. It was a moment that seemed to confirm every prediction, and Dele Alli was the future of English football. A year later, he started in the Champions League final against Liverpool. The path from League One to the pinnacle of European football had taken just 4 seasons. Each achievement added another layer to the expectations around him. He was not just a rising star. He was expected to lead, to win, to shine week after week. Every touch, every performance was measured against the highest standards. The world believed he could become one of the very best. For a while, so did he. After the Champions League final, the mood around Dele Alli began to change. The numbers told their own story. Minutes on the pitch started to shrink. In the 2019 to 2020 season, Alli found himself benched more often, his name missing from the starting 11. Headlines shifted from praise to concern. Pundits picked apart his work rate, pointing to GPS data and video analysis that seemed to show a player running less, pressing less, drifting in and out of games. Jose Mourinho, brought in to steady Tottenham, labeled him lazy in a now famous exchange caught on camera. The word stuck, echoing through social media and post-match debates. The questions grew sharper. Was he still hungry? Had he lost his edge? In January 2021, a transfer to Paris Saint-Germain looked set to revive his career. Instead, the deal collapsed at the last moment, leaving Alli in limbo. The opportunity for a fresh start vanished, replaced by uncertainty and more time on the bench. When he finally left Tottenham, it was not for a European giant, but for Everton, a move that failed to bring the spark back. A loan to Besiktas in Turkey followed, but injury cut that spell short. Each setback added to the narrative of decline. Critics focused on discipline and attitude, rarely looking deeper. The public story became one of wasted talent and missed chances. But beneath the surface, the true reasons for his struggles remained hidden. A private battle had yet to be revealed. In July 2023, Dele Alli sat across from Gary Neville and spoke words that stunned the football world. He described years of hiding pain behind a smile, of waking up each day and pretending to be fine while quietly losing a battle inside. It was the first time he revealed the full truth. An addiction to sleeping pills that began with a prescription to help him rest, but soon became a way to numb memories that would not fade. The pills offered escape, but also deepened his isolation. He described a moment, standing in front of the mirror before training, wondering if he could keep going. That moment led him to check himself into a 6-week rehab program in the United States, seeking help for addiction and trauma. For the first time, the world saw the cost of hiding pain for so long. Dele Alli's story sits at the center of a debate that runs through modern sport. How much of success is pure talent, and how much depends on psychological resilience? For years, football culture prized toughness, urging players to keep struggles private and focus on results. But Alli's journey exposes the limits of that thinking. Skill alone could not shield him from the pain he carried. In recent seasons, the conversation around mental health in football has changed. Peers like Harry Kane have spoken publicly about pride in Alli's openness, calling it a sign of strength, not weakness. There is no simple answer to what his career might have become. What remains is a call for support, for understanding, and for a future where vulnerability is valued as much as talent. This was one career. Right now, more than 60% of elite athletes still hide mental health struggles, fearing stigma more than seeking support. The reality behind the spotlight demands empathy, not easy judgment. In every stadium, visible brilliance can mask invisible wounds. This was one career,